Ray Dalio's son is killed in a car crash. Hey gang, this is Mike with MrNoFluff.com, and I'm sad to say that Ray Dalio's son was killed in a car crash. And I want to just read a Persian proverb that says, the larger a man's roof, the more snow it collects. And many of us are running around on the planet wanting to be super rich, right? But with more power comes more responsibilities. With more power comes more, you know, collection of snow on your roof, which can cause your roof to break in. So, first of all, I want to say my condolences to Ray Dalio. There's a lot of men. I respect all men and their thoughts. Okay, I might not agree with it. I might not listen to a lot of people, but Ray Dalio is one of the guys that, when he talks, I listen to, because my view of things and his are very, very similar. Okay, and I wanted to take my time to give him my condolences, even though I've never met the man. But I know he's a genius because he sits there and meditates. I know he's a genius because he knows that he's not going to live forever. I know that he's a genius because he gives and gives, one of the very few billionaires out there that is trying to do good in the world versus take from people. Okay. And he's a very systematic guy. Okay. And it's crazy that his son, as a billionaire, will be taken away on an instant, which just brings me to the story of my own life, right? Before I go, let me read this other problems for you. The other problems, Persian proverb says, "What you eat will rot, whatever you give will blossom into a rose." And what that kind of means for me is that life is very short. At any moment, I might die, and it doesn't matter if I make $10,000 a year, if I make $10 million a year, if I make $10 billion. That life is finite, is not forever, and the pursuit of happiness, for me, was a trap, because life is now. There is no pursuit for happiness. The pursuit creates a rat race. And which brings to a story of my own life that, as an immigrant, as a refugee to America, my dreams was to become a millionaire, and that's exactly what I chased, and that's exactly what I hit. And that led to more accumulation of more businesses and more locations. So I had a moving company that I started with $100 living out of my car, and then took that into multiple locations, like going to Houston, let's go to Austin, let's go to Fort Worth, having multiple locations. But to get even more, to start a brokerage firm, to even get more, to get more rentals, and always the consumption of more. Okay, and what this proverb and what Ray Dalio's son explains to us very simply is that, guys, you got to live today for today, because today is all you have, and tomorrow is just an illusion. It's an illusion, right? Many of us are not happy where we are. And what I've learned by giving all my stuff away to the homeless people, because going back to my story, I came here as a refugee. I slept in my car to start my moving company with $100 in my pocket. It turned, by stroke of luck and hard work, it turned into a multi-million-dollar business, which I then invested all my money, worked 7 days a week because I love what I did, through multiple businesses. But what I learned through feeling depressed, that I wasn't happy. And I wasn't happy no matter how much success I had. I would only have temporary happiness, but I was looking for bliss. I was looking for joy, because happiness comes with external stuff. Like if I bought a SL550, I would feel happy. If I got a new Subject 2 deal, I would feel happy. But that wasn't long lasting. And and we can see that in this example, that doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, or if you make 10,000, if you make billion, you gotta be happy now. You gotta do and spend time with people you love now, because Tomorrow is an illusion, is the banker's illusion, okay, is the society's illusion of, making us think about the tomorrow. But we need to stop thinking, and that's what Dalio does through yoga, to stop thinking, and that's why he has so much success, and why I personally have picked up yoga after I let go of all my majority of my possessional goods. Instead of cashing out my moving company for multi-millions of dollars, I just close it down and give all my stuff to the homeless people, or most of my stuff to the homeless people. Instead of selling my brokerage firm, same exact thing, and so on. And what I realize is what I eat, which is basically me, that I'm going to die, right? I'm going to die, and it doesn't make sense to have a multi-million-dollar business if I'm not truly happy. It doesn't make sense to have a job if I'm not truly happy, because tomorrow is not even given. It's just an illusionary promise. Okay, but today I have, and to spend time doing the things I really love versus chasing money or chasing paper that is freaking fake. Because it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, if you're a billionaire, if you're just making $10,000. Okay, your pain of loss is exactly the same. The life energy you have on the planet is exactly the same. Okay, and so for me, I have to spend. If I'm homeless, I have to be happy, because if I can't be happy if I'm homeless, right, and that's why part of the reason I give up all my stuff or most of my stuff and I went homeless is because I had to concentrate on being happy. It doesn't matter if I'm slipping on a bridge or in my car, right? If I'm looking like doggy dog crap with a long beard, whatever, I gotta be happy. I have to love myself the way I am. And if I can love myself the way I am, if I can be happy being sleeping in my car, if I can be happy by not taking showers 3 days a week because I don't have a shower or I don't have running water, if I can be happy where I stand, how I stand, then I can be happy and joyful and blissed with more. But the problem that I had when I came to America as a refugee with a lion's hunger is that I was in the pursuit of happiness, right? But I didn't understand that by just closing my eyes and doing yoga, that by just listening to myself and by changing my perception of the outside world, right, and how I interpret it, I can have happiness where I stand. No matter where I am, I can have happiness where I stand. And that's true wealth. Because I believe in my heart of hearts that Ray Dalio is going to take this, and I'm sorry I butchered his name. He's going to take this and turn it into more positivity. He's going to do whatever it gives you, blessings and roses, right? Whatever gives you, because he's going to take that negative energy and he's going to harvest it. He's going to channel it into positivity for everyone around them, right? And that's exactly what I am on the path of doing. Is when I used to pound my chest to be the king of the jungle because I was on the top of the mountain and I had beat everyone up to get there, it was cool for a minute, but to be honest with you, it was depressing too, because to be the only one on the top of the mountain. And that's when I realized that it was hard for me just to give away everything I worked so hard for. I became a multimillionaire at 26. Let me remind you, I couldn't speak, I couldn't write, I can't spell. I mean, I can speak great, thank God, but as a refugee, my English is, when I spell and read, is, man, maybe 6th grade level, 7th grade level. I have learning disabilities, right? I've been traumatized by coming to America, and I can go on and on and on and play a violin for myself. I feel sorry for myself, but that's not going to do anything for me. And to transform that, like Ray Dalio is going to do by his son's death, into positivity, is the true purpose of an alchemist. And that's why I respect the man, because I know that he has taken his billions of dollars and created knowledge that anyone can follow to have a success, right, in whatever you want. But success doesn't mean external things, is what I found on my journey of giving my stuff up and doing meditation. That success starts where I stand, okay? And where I stand is whatever I got, if I can be happy with that and be grateful for that and give thanks for where I am and truly be thankful. Today I'm alive. If I have 2 legs, 2 arms, thank you, because some people don't have 1 leg or 1 arm. If I'm alive today and I don't have a fever, holy moly, I gotta say thank you, because there are people that have high fevers that are in hospital beds right now, right? If I have food to eat, it's holy moly, thank you, because there are people that don't have food to eat. Holy moly, there are people that are getting bombs thrown on them, right? In third world countries, there's no bombs being thrown on us. Right? So holy moly, I got to be thankful for where I am. If I have a car, thank you. If I only have a bike, thank you. If it's raining, thank you, because we need that rain to grow our food, to make the soil rich, and so on and so on. And so my perception, because before I had millions of dollars in businesses and real estate, etc., but inside I always felt so scared of like losing my stuff. Like I don't want to fall down from being number one on top of the mountain, right? And the more I accumulated, the more the fear went up. And let me just be honest with you, okay? Because no one else is going to open themselves to you, okay? The more I was badass, the more I wanted to stay badass, and which then caused more fear and anxiety, and and eventually led to depression, because that's like cancer. And that's why I realized that, hey, being a minimalist and only having 3 things, 3 shirts, 3 pants, etc., is the best way to go, because external things cannot do anything for me. Now, if I can be blessed, if I can feel good and I can change lives, then external things will come to me, right? They'll come to me. And I don't need to be, over abundant with it, because like the first proverb says, it's a larger man's roof, the more snow it will collect, which means that more problems will have. And the question is, what do I want out of life? Because life is short. Do I want to spend my time with my kids? Or do I want to make millions and millions and millions of dollars and never have my kids around and always tell them I don't have time for you? So I had to make decisions for myself and come to a realization of, massing a small treasury, of riches, right? From $100 with no debt, no leverage, just through imagination, creativity, and realizing that all that shit is fake, because the very foundation of life is to feel good where you stand. Now, one other thing I want to show you guys is that, I want to show you the life odds of death, okay, in America. Okay, so your odds of dying of a heart disease is 1 out of 6, guys. So out of 6 Americans, one of us is going to die from a heart disease. Out of 7 of us, one of us is going to die from cancer. Okay, so that is high, guys. That is extremely high. Okay, extremely high. And look at motorcycles, guys. For every 106 of us, one of us are going to die from a motorcycle or car accident or bus accident, so on. Okay, these are high numbers, and please understand that none of this is coming from terrorists. None of this is coming from China. None of this is coming from Russia. None of this is coming from Iran. None of this is coming from any of the boogie, factors that Big Brother always claims. But these deaths, like car disease, is so dangerous to drive, and most people don't even realize it, right? I mean, you can lose your freaking life. Most people don't even realize it. They drive recklessly. They're speeding. They're trying to always be in a rat race to get somewhere faster, not realizing that they're going to go to their graves by trying to get there fast. Okay, here's the statistics: every 106 people, one person is going to die in a car wreck. Dude, that is a lot, because there's millions and millions and millions of people that have cars in America. So there's millions and millions of people that are dying, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so please understand that. And again, heart disease. They're not stopping all the bad food that's being processed every day, from the McDonald's to Jack in the Cracks to the grocery stores to the meat. Everyone's eating so much meat. Well, hey, dude, that leads into cancer. They're not going after these companies. Why? Because these companies fuel the lobbyists, right? They're not going after cars. Like if you go into Netherlands, very small amount of car wrecks compared to America because majority of people are bicycling. So in America and many of Western countries, the emphasis is on the vehicle because the state makes a lot of money in sales tax. The state gets kicks off from lobbyists in the manufacturing of automotives to insurance. Big insurance companies are giving kickbacks and lobbyist money for Congress to have lobbies to pass more cost to the consumer because we have to have insurances and so on, and registration and parts and inspections. And I mean, this is just a revenue generating machine for Big Brother. But on the other hand, it's slaughtering 1 out of every 106 Americans. So out of 1,000 people, guys, we're going to have multiple deaths. Out of 10,000, out of a million, multiple people, guys. And that's just in car. And all these things can be, fixed. Like, we don't need to have so much cars. Right? We can all have bicycles and walk. Okay, why is that important? Because the number one death in America is heart disease, right? So second death in America is cancer. So by eliminating the car, we can see, or reducing the car usage, we can see that we're going to eliminate number one and number two. But the governments don't want it to. Big Brother doesn't want it to. Corporate America doesn't want it to. Pharmaceutical companies don't want it to. The lobbyists don't want it to. The car manufacturers don't want to. The insurance companies don't want to. And in my opinion, it's all a scheme for profits versus the movement of mankind forward. Okay, because what Big Brother and all nations do is try to separate, and that's why I like Dalio, because I believe through his meditations he has realized that people in China are not any different than people in America, right? They have different cultures, understanding, but they're not demons. They're just like us. And we need people like him to have world peace. And we can't have world peace with everyone having statesmanship, like my state is better than your state, and those things just lead to wars and separation. And so anyways, guys, I just wanted to show you that it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, billionaire, that life is short, and really focus on what you want, because in the society we live in, they have us in rat races, and we may lose the sight of what is the most important thing in our lives, right? And you're the only one who can sit down and come up with that. And most of us don't even sit down because we have so much pollutions, noise pollution, TV pollution, Instagram notifications, this. And the way to find what you really want in life, I think, is just to sit down and close your eyes and just be still. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry, Ray.